The questions that I've been asking myself starting out this new year are, how can I make life more simple, more fulfilling, more meaningful, and in alignment with my true purpose? How can I experience more peace, joy, love, and contentment? How can I be more present, more aware, and more accepting? What can I do to live the life of my dreams? What steps can I take? What does my ideal life look like? What would I do each day? These questions were the basis for my reset and how I came up with the goals and intentions and what I want to achieve in this upcoming year. I don't know about you, but I find my mind can easily become overwhelmed thinking of the future, what's next, or just all of the things I should be doing, especially at the start of a new year. I'm sure some of you can relate to that. A lot of us get stuck in the trap of comparison. Our thoughts become consumed with what other people are doing or what we should be doing. So instead, I just notice these thoughts come up, not judging them, but also choosing not to listen to them. Reminding myself that I listen to my body and my spirit instead. I discovered I needed rest and recharging at the start of this year. So many people think, oh, January 1st or January 2nd, time to do this, and this, and make all these drastic changes. But if you truly listen to what your body and your soul are needing, maybe you're not quite ready for that yet. Maybe you need some time to reflect and be introspective, like I did. I reminded myself that feeling my best is my priority. All of the stuff, all of the things going on in my mind, what my thoughts are telling me I should be doing, will all be there. When I feel recharged, I can get to them. I can start again. By allowing myself the time to just be, finding just joy and contentment in just that, and just being, I had the chance to reflect on what my core values are, and then pick the goals and the things that I want to do this year that align with them. It can be easy to think of so many different things at once and think that, starting today or starting tomorrow, we need to do 10 new things, but that can be overwhelming. That can feel hard, and we're less likely to stick with it. So I always like to start with one small step, the step I can do right now. What can I do in this very moment to live my ideal life and be my most authentic self? Because it's the small things compounded over time that bring about the biggest results. And it's not the end result or the goal that brings fulfillment, but the process itself and the steps getting there. I always aim to notice when my mind starts wandering to the next thing I should do or to the future. I always like to bring it back to the present moment by breathing, talking to myself, body scanning, and being out in nature. I don't know about you, but I feel the most grounded and at peace when I'm outside. It brings out the inner stillness within me and reminds me that everything is one, that we all come from the same source of life force energy. I come from it, this tree comes from it, It's the source of inner peace, of love, and of true joy and fulfillment. Often, I think we make goals for ourselves that are firstly unrealistic, but are also focused on superficial, materialistic things outside of ourselves that just enable and intensify our ego, our false self. Our mind tells us that we will feel happier when we get to these goals, but it's not true. It's never enough. Once we get or achieve these goals, the happiness is always short-lived before we become dissatisfied again. So this year, I've really tried to think of the goals and intentions that bring focus on my inner being, that bring my inner peace and joy out, that help me be my best and most authentic self. And don't get me wrong, I do have outer goals too. Finances, home, exercise, career. But the root of these goals, my why for having these goals, comes back to my health and my inner self. Setting goals and making habits that help my mind, my body, and my spirit feel their truest and best. Even setting a goal of decluttering and organizing is from my inner knowing that stuff, it doesn't bring me joy, that I don't truly need all that extra stuff. But when my environment is well cared for, clean and organized, my mind is quieter and less cluttered, and just my life in general feels simpler and easier. It's less to maintain. Feeling like I have so much stuff and so much stuff to do, it can interfere with doing the things that actually bring me real joy. Or wanting to move my body more, eating nutritious foods that fuel it because I feel more clear-headed, more energized. My body is my home. I want to take care of it the way that it takes care of me. And I want my outer home, my environment of home, to also be a reflection of the clarity within. Not cluttered, not chaotic. Clear, calm, and peaceful. But I've learned that it's okay if things get a little bit messy or out of order, because there's always going to be stuff to do. There's always going to be more to clean, more to organize, more to declutter, and to let go of that false sense of control that our minds try to trick us into having, and just surrendering to what is, accepting things the way they are. It allows us to be free of the unease, the stress, the anxiety, and the discontentment that our ego causes us to have. Our mind, it likes to think that it has control. It always tries to have control. It's trying to predict the future, guessing what's going to happen, or dwelling on the past. But all there really is this present moment, the moment happening right now. All we really have control over is the choices that we make right now. So instead of listening to our thoughts and our ego, we can instead listen to the stillness inside of us. Listen to our souls, which makes it so much easier to create habits, make choices that are best going to serve us, help us be our most authentic self, help us feel our best. And that's all we want, right? We want to feel our best selves, physically, mentally, spiritually. And it looks different for all of us. We're all unique. And what fits best for me might not fit best for you, and that's okay. Our thoughts often tell us that what we do isn't good enough, that we need to be doing more. But that's why it's helpful to have affirmations for yourself or even if you do make a vision board or a list of goals or whatever, to have words, have images that serve as reminders of love and empowerment. You are enough. What you do is good enough. Reward and appreciate yourself and your small wins, because the small wins add up to big ones. And honestly, what we do, what we have, and what we look like are not what are going to make us feel true joy and fulfillment in life. Sure, they bring happiness, but it's always short-lived. And before we know it, we're just wanting more again or wanting different. It's never enough. So it's when we learn to enjoy the present moment and the process of what we're doing each step of the way, having gratitude for what we already have, and accepting ourselves just as we are, that we will feel contentment, peace, and joy in our lives. It all starts with having awareness. Awareness of that voice in your head, the one I'm talking about that says, I want this, I should do this, etc. The automatic thoughts that are constantly interrupting the present moment. When we start noticing them for what they are, which is the ego, a false sense of self, it becomes easier for the light and love that we truly are to shine through. It's easier to choose goals, habits, and intentions that are a reflection of our soul, that help bring out our inner light, that help us be present and bring about the true meaning of life, that help us feel more love and fulfillment. I know this is what I'm manifesting this year, and as I said, is the root of my goals and what I set out to intend and achieve in this upcoming year. So I hope that you felt some inspiration, some empowerment watching this video to start manifesting and choosing habits and goals that help bring out your light. And remembering that it's not what you look like or what you do or how much you have or what you have that makes life meaningful and worthwhile. It's the little things, the love, and finding the magic in each moment that is what it's truly all about. Thank you so much if you made it to the end of this video. I am sending you so much love and warm wishes for the new year, and I'll see you in the next video.